Ryder and his pups had just returned from the Halloween party after rescuing the mayor and the others from the runaway ship. The moon was at its highest point in the night sky, shining its brightest light. As Ryder walked through the entrance of the lookout, he yawned as he removed his golden night helmet. "Well, that was a certainly an interesting Halloween," he said. "I'll say," added Rocky. "And what was that ghost ship flying past the moon?" Wubble shivered at the mention of the ghost ship. "Don't talk about that. That was too scary," he said while taking off his costume. "Dude, I don't even know if I am able to sleep tonight," said Zuma, getting equally scared. "I had completely forgotten about that until you brought it up, Rocky," said Sky, looking a bit terrified. "Don't worry, Sky. Super Chase is here to protect you," Chase told her, sounding very unsure of himself. Marshall covered his ears while leaning toward the ground, shivering. "Can Super Chase protect me too?" he said shakily. Ryder smiled cheaply, watching his pups get worked up over something that he was sure wasn't a big deal. "Guys, calm down. There's an illegal explanation to what we saw. There's no need to lose any sleep over it," he tried to reassure. "And what's that?" asked an unconcerned Wubble. Ryder rubbed his chin, thinking quickly of a calming answer. "Well, it could have just been a cloud. A cloud in shape exactly like a ghost ship," Wubble argued. "I'm with Ryder," chimed in Rocky. "I'm sure it was just a cloud. With all went on tonight, it makes sense our imaginations would run a little wild." "But dude, we all saw it. It's pretty unlikely that all of us will imagine the same thing," Zuma continued. "Now, apparently, sometimes our mind can possess certain figures and images the same way another minds would," explained Ryder. "Exactly. Thank you, Ryder," Rocky co-signed smugly. "Yeah, I'm still not convinced," said Wubble. "Yeah!" Marshall screamed, diving behind Chase and clenched his leg, shivering. "Marshall, it's just lightning," said Ryder. "But the skies were clear not too long ago." "That's too freaky," replied Sky. The five pups began to talk among each other with funny faces. Rocky and Ryder turned to face each other before huffing. Ryder then faced the group again. I'm sure after a good night's rest, we were able to process things more logically," he said. "Ryder, can I sleep in the lookout tonight? Please? Marshall asked, giving him the puppy dog pout. The other four pups joined him as they faced Ryder and whimpered. Rocky rolled his eyes. Ryder stroked his chin. He knew it wouldn't keep the situation if he held them, if they had to sleep outside. "All right, you can all sleep in here tonight," he replied, the five waving a sigh of relief. "Thanks, Ryder," said Marshall as he licked Ryder's hand. "Well, I guess I'll be the only one sleeping in my pup house tonight," Rocky said smugly while walking off. "If I see the ghosts, I'll be sure to yelp for help," he joked while the lookout doors closed behind him. Well, pups, the rest of you should prepare for bed as well," Ryder said. The five pups slowly made their way to the entertainment room of the lookout. Ryder walked to the entrance doors of the lookout and stepped out. He looked to the sky and noticed many clouds were starting to gather, and that the moon had a rather eerie red tint to it. I don't recall the weather forecast mentioned a storm for tonight, he thought to himself before returning to the lookout. Rocky was inside in his closed pup house preparing to lie down. His costume was messily placed on the floor. He turned on the little nightlight before sitting on the floor getting lost in spots. As much as he didn't want to admit it, the other pups concerned arguments of what they all saw had really gone into him. He wanted to be brave and believe that was all their imagination, but something came tugging at the back of his mind telling him otherwise. He felt lonely and squirreled locked inside of his pup house. He wanted to join the others, but after making fun of them while trying to cover his own fear, he simply didn't have nerve to face them. Ryder's right, he said to himself. Maybe all we need is good night's rest. He turned off the main light, leaving only the nightlight on. Within minutes, he drifted off to sleep. Mel Goodway was finishing off the last sum of the Halloween candy while sitting in her recliner watching TV with a friend in explanation. Ooh, this late night Halloween movie marathon is gonna keep me all night, she started boldly before she continued to stuff her mouth as she crunched the next pieces of the candy. The TV and power within her house shut off. Mel Goodway jumped with eyes darting back and forth across the room. Chocolata, are you messing with the fuse box again? The male questioned. Those who gaze upon the moons I pass shall soon find that night to be the last, uttered a mysterious voice. Who said that? The male asked as she became more uneasy. The sound of breaking glass coming from the kitchen and only response she received. She was now in complete panic, wearing only her nightgown. She made a dash to the front door once her hand touched the doorknob. She began to call out her beloved puss chicken. Chocolata? Chocolata? She called. Mommy's leaving. We need to get out of here. To the male's departure, there was no response from Chocolata. She pulled out her cell phone and turned on the flashlight feature. Chocolata? She called once more, her eyes searching the area. She moved the path of the light in the direction of the kitchen. She saw what looked to be loose feathers and gaps. She slowly creep closer to the kitchen, heart beating rapidly. Chocolata? Are you in there, sweetums? The light shining from the cell phone was beginning to shake within her grasp. She stepped one foot into the kitchen and began to move the path of the light to the left. When she caught sight of something, she nearly froze and dropped her phone. While she caught sight of what was Chocolata's head, covered in blood with glass shards lodged in her neck, eyes, and face. The rest of the body was under depths of the ditch carbonite that had somehow drenched from the wall. The male screamed a scream that screamed to echo all throughout Adventure Bay. Darcy, please, you gotta get up. Halloween was the worst year of my life. Vaguely, I saw it in front of my eyes. That Halloween. It's over, Gilroy. We have lost. It will be fine. Please.